Hello everyone, good to see you. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Dewi Suyeni, and today in this section, I want to explain a little about risk management. There will be a question about what is risk management and how can all risk can be avoided, or why is risk management is important. All of the questions will be answered in this section, so let's check it out. In the first section, we're going to discuss about the definition of risk. You have to know that if we don't know what is risk, then of course we can't do risk management, and it's really important that we have this definition clear. Alright, so their definition of risk is just 5 words. It says that risk is effect of uncertainty on objectives. Uncertainty is the first factor in considering what a risk, but the other important element of a risk is not just uncertain, but it has an effect on something. Well, the second point is we are going to talking about, do you agree that all risks are bad? It has a definition of risk, effect of uncertainty on objectives, but it just say effect. It doesn't say negative effect, harmful effect, unwelcome effect, bad effect, and it just says the effect of uncertainty on objectives. And of course, we can have different kinds of effect. Some risks will have negative effect, some risks will be bad. There will be risks that cause delay if they happen, or maybe result in injuries. These things are all bad and we don't want them to happen, but there are other types of uncertainties that if this happened, it could be good. And you know that something that we weren't planning for could be helpful if it happened. It could save us time, save us money, or anything. We might talk about financial risk, and you make an investment and the value of your investment. Of course, it could go down because it risks, but it could go up, and we hope it does. So the conclusion that it leads us to something very, very important, that opportunities can be linked to risks. We need to think hard about the relationship between threats and opportunity. Alright, we're going to the third point. What do you think? Can all risks be avoided or not? Let's check it out. It would be wonderful if all risks could be avoided. We've been talking about some risks being good, but not all risks are bad. And of course, we don't want to avoid good risks that are really important. And if we find opportunities, of course, we don't want to avoid them. We don't want to avoid all risks. I think we do need to take some risks in life, and in organizations, and in projects, and in business. If you're never going to meet anybody new, you're never going to look for a new job, you're never going to make a new friends, you are completely safe. But then you have no experience. You have no life. If you see it as a business, we're going to stick to making the products that we make. We're not going to look for an innovation. We're not going to look for a new products or a new market. Then very soon you will lose your business. It is important to recognize that sometimes you just have to take a chance and then manage it effectively. So if we took no risk, well, life will be very boring. If you want to be different, if you want to have an advantage, and then you have these capabilities of not avoiding risks. Everything we do, we learn through taking risks, either by taking risks and succeeding, and it was okay, and then we can maybe take a little more risks next time, or by taking risks and failing, and then we learn from backs. That failing is very important. So this is the last questions of this section. We are going to discuss about why risk management is important. If we go back to the definition of risk, then risk is in the simple definition, uncertainty that matters. And the reason that risk management is important is because we are dealing with things that matter. Risk is uncertainty that matters because it affects our objectives if it happens. So if we really want to succeed, of course, I have to manage the risk. We could just hope that we get lucky, but it might not. And if these objects is really matter, then of course we should do everything possible to make sure that we achieve them, and that includes thinking ahead about the uncertainties that could affect us and doing something proactive to deal with uncertainties to give ourselves the best possible chance to achieve our objectives. Risk management is about increasing the benefits and saving. Implementing risk management is a cost, but it must be a cost with a return, so we're not spending $1 million to save 10,000. We're spending $10,000 to save $1 million. We need to be able to make sure that, and obviously that sometimes risk management we don't get it right and we do spend too much on it. We need to learn from that and make sure that as we measure we improve. Alright guys, time is over. Thank you for watching, and I hope we will meet again in the next discussion. Cheerio!